Alright, we're going to be doing another creative mode tutorial, and today I'm going to be teaching people how to do terrain in depth, because I see everyone doing it weird. I'm going to point out things I really don't like that people do often, and it's just simple testing your maps, okay? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I am the best map creator, but I say I'm a pretty decent one. I played creative on launch day, so I think I know what I'm doing for the most part. Maybe not with triggers, but maybe with actually building things. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be going over today. We're gonna be talking about terrain, how to actually make terrain. So I'm gonna actually go into my game right here, and I'm gonna teach you if it would load in. I'm gonna teach you how to do stuff like this. Yeah, I'm teaching you this, okay? So, what are the main galleries you should be looking at when you build a map like this? Well, first of all, before I even start anything, I should mention this terraining isn't easy. Don't expect to be good at it the moment you just start doing it, because it's really not that easy. So let's start over here. What are the main galleries you're supposed to look at? If you come to your gallery section, on the side here you will see terrain and nature. You want to check these off. Now, certain galleries have other useful things to build terrain with, but these are the two important ones. The main actual galleries that you're going to be looking at is the snow cliffs, the arid cliffs, the gray cliffs, the brown cliffs, two brown cliffs, and that's about it. Let's start off with the gray cliffs, though. This can apply to every gallery. Now, when you terrain, this piece that I have highlighted right here is super important. Because if we just go ahead and turn off grid snap, scale this up, as you can see, we have a nice terrain piece right here. Now, the hitboxes can get a little awkward when you do size things up. You need to keep that in mind. You see, the hitboxes on this aren't too weird. They're not too weird, but they're still kind of iffy, which is why people really need to test their maps before they actually publish them, because I see too many maps with odd hitboxes. Now, what really has an odd hitbox is this thing right now. This thing right here. We turn grid snap on, and size this all the way up. What I was going to say is what a lot of people do is they take this, which is a great option, but if we actually play the game, look at how far I can go out by just floating. That's a little ridiculous. I am literally floating on nothing right now. So that's the bad thing about this piece. That doesn't mean you can't use it. If you're making a map where you're running on these, though, definitely consider using this one. When actually making terrain, I really suggest using the piece I'm holding right now. Every single gallery has it. And the hitboxes, although they're still weird in some places, like here, they're not as bad as that thing. I don't even know how this happens. So let's start off by making something. So what you really want to do, you want to turn grid snap on, and see how when I align it like this, it's highlighted. This part is highlighted white. That means it is perfectly intersecting the piece I already placed before. So to make a flat area, make sure it's like that. And I'm just gonna place around this stuff. Let's bring it down to there. Just placing stuff. This is a little elevated, so we're gonna bring it down a little bit. Just placing things, you know, like that. Look at that. You can even run up it and everything. Now, if we did the same thing with this gallery, we could not run up it. It's literally impossible. If we bring this down here, oh look, doesn't it look like I can run up it? Well, I can't. I'm holding W right now. I literally can't. You have to jump. It's little stuff like that which really gets on my nerves when making maps. So if you're going to make terrain, use this piece. Now, little things like this is annoying. Don't put stuff like this in your map. Literally, you just fix it by bringing this over like that, and it looks a hell of a lot better now. Now, when making more elevated points, you can still do that. Let me just grab this. There we go. Now let's make a taller section of this little hill that we already made. Now I'm going to place the base down right here. And I am going to bring this up like this. So grid snap has to be on. Bring this up more. And you have to make sure these are connecting. And look at that. Look at how good that looks. Now to make this blend in with its surroundings, I might shrink this like that. Bring this bit up more. I'm gonna do that. Do this. Something like that. Let's bring this piece up to like a big amount, like here. Bring this down. Like that. There we go. Look at that. Look at how good this looks, guys. And look at that. Beautiful. Actually, very good looking. This looks like it could be, at first glance, this looks like it could actually be, like, in the game. In the actual game of Fortnite. The hitboxes aren't weird. I can go up and down things. I can easily walk up and down this sloped bit over here. It looks really nice. However, there are other pieces that you can also size up that will work great. Now, this, like I said earlier, has a weird hitbox, okay? But that doesn't mean you still can't use it for something. If we size up the height only, we can do something with that. Now that we have that, we can take this and connect it with the other piece. It's all about getting creative. And look at that. Now, because it isn't as big as before, the hitboxes aren't too weird. I could still put this in a map. So let me select this. Now, when putting stuff like this in, you can have grid snap on, but I prefer to actually have grid snap off so I can just freely put these in right here. Without moving my camera, I can actually increase the height of them too. Like this. I have a nice area over here. Imagine if this is a battle royale map, I can have chests up here you have to build up to. But we're going to get back to the battle royale thing in a minute, because that's really the only map that I really know how to build well, because I've been doing it since Creative came out. I'm gonna really show you what really bugs me about how people build their maps, and it's that there is no grass anywhere to be seen on these hills. If you come down here, there's grass here. Why isn't there grass up here? So I'm gonna teach you how to do that. Now, what a lot of people will say is go up here to this gallery and gather some grass, like this. It drops on, and you can drop the grass down. And honestly, I really do wish it was that simple, but if we do come over here to weapons and just equip something, say this, and drop it, for some reason when you're in this grass, you can't pick up weapons. It's such an odd bug that I really wish they would fix. Who knows, maybe you're watching in the future and they did fix this bug. But right now it hasn't been fixed, and as I delete this, now I can pick up the boom bow, which is really odd. You just have to make sure the grass is in the ground, like that. So if we come here, pick up a weapon, drop this down here, as you can see, now we can pick up the weapon. But it still kind of sucks. Now, I'm still not done. I'm going to be talking about water. Now, water is a very good thing to use on terrain. It adds a whole lot to it. So, if I turn on Grid Snap, I like Grid Snap 16. Do this. Say there's mountains all around this. Now, I'm not going to be fancy. But what you want to do is you want to make a natural looking area to put your actual water in. So you basically, in your terrain, you want a big hole on the ground. Once you have this, instead of using grass, I would use something like, if you go to the Brown Cliff Gallery, use something like this. And at the bottom of your little pond or whatever, you have brown, because water works weird and creative, and you can see through it when you put your camera down, when you aim your camera, so your character is looking up. So with water, this is another thing that really bugs me that people don't do, so do what I'm doing. Now once you have this done, you want to go to, I don't know if it's, yeah, you want to go to Elemental Cubes Gallery, and you want to choose whatever liquid you want. There's even lava. I want dirty water in my pond. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to resize. We're going to extend it the width and length. When you still have Grid Snap on, you want to come here, and you want to place it down. You want to line it up perfectly like this, and you want to place it down. Now, one of the problems that may arise as you're doing this is you might have water poking out the other side of certain terrain. If that's the case, you want to lower the length and width of the actual pieces. And there you go. There is some water. Now, you can't swim in the water. And what I mean, you can look through it. This is what I mean. It just looks a lot better than stinking grass under there, okay? Now, obviously, you want to decorate the water more. What you can do is you can go to the terrain galleries, and there's a bunch of foliage here that you can put around it. Alright, so I'm back. I don't know how long it's been, probably like 15 minutes, maybe 10. But using what I just told all of you people, this is what I came up with. As you can see, it looks really nice. Now, I didn't put grass in. Instead, I did that over here because I want you to see the difference on how everything looks with the grass and without it. It's just a big difference. I think things over here would look a lot better. with the grass than without. Using one of these tricks, I used this gallery. I used this piece to create this little island over here in the middle of the water, which I think looks really nice. These rocks with the moss on them are from this gallery, the Variant Rock Gallery. Don't really use any of the old galleries with like these rocks. I don't think they look that good. For the trees, I used the you can use these two galleries. For snowy stuff, they got that. If you want autumn theme, there's this for deserts. But yeah, that's what I was able to come up with. I think this is something a lot of people should know how to do because it just improves maps so much. And before I forget to tell you, if you're doing a Battle Royale map, you gotta make sure that you're able to build right. So, see how my builds are halfway in the ground? Don't do that. On main platforms and stuff, you want your builds to be like up to here. So then you can actually build good. I can do everything, you know what I mean? So just to let you know, if you're making a map like that, usually you want builds like this. And that's it. I've been rambling on for way too long, so I'm just gonna say goodbye right now.
Perfect. Perfect.